Guys, skinny boy guys.
That goes.
What happened? Okay, as you know, um, like this black hole has been here a long time, and as you can see, nothing really has been happening. It seems like something would, but nothing really has been like shooken up or like has really like made a big impression. So, but it actually has been a couple of stuff that people have found out about and people have diving into. So, number one, the first thing that was discovered was the Konami code. I'm gonna display the controls up on the screen, but the Konami code basically is up, down, left, right, 0x, right? And so again, it's up, down, left, right, 0x, start. So basically, and if you do it 2 times, it turns the game off. So basically, the Konami, let me get into what the Konami code is. The Konami code is basically something that was in a lot of games like Doom, and yeah, like there's a lot of games back in like the 1900s, like the late 1900s, like going on to the 2000th century, when like there was like Game Boys and stuff like that, and but yeah, and you enter them and like arcades and stuff like that, and you enter them and you basically got like a cheat code. It's basically a cheat code. But yeah, that's basically the Konami code. So again, it's up, down, left, right, 0x start, and you get to play this some game. You could press 0, I think, to get it, or 0x, I think. But yeah, and the second thing that has been discovered is it's kind of hard to explain. Like, it's not hard to explain, but it's a message from the void, basically. Like, it sounds like some Apex type stuff, but basically, like, if you look, there's these like little. If you look closely, like another YouTuber Hollow showed this, but it's like if you look closely, there's basically numbers that show up around the void or something like that, and it forms a message basically. So if you go into it forms a message, and if you assign the numbers with the words that the visitor has spoken, you basically get a message. The first message that he said it was he said it was the
cycles to these numbers not calculated.
okay. The first sentence he said by combining the numbers 11, 146, 15, 62, 87, 14, 106, 2, and 150 is I was not alone. Others were outside the loop, which basically means, like, if you think about it, like when you saw the event, right? Like there was a bunch of rockets flying around, even though there was one, and that basically alludes to like some. It's basically alludes to like multiple dimensions or something like that. So like the visitor. Could have multiple dimensions. You know, it's like multiple dimensions. It could have alluded to like, you know, like, and it's proven too. Like the rockets flying and destroying the meteor and like taking care of the meteor. Like you saw like millions and millions and millions. I mean, no, like hundreds, not millions, but like hundreds of rockets flying down and like trying to destroy the Earth zone. And they're breaking and breaking and breaking. And then at the last, when you saw the meteor finally crashing down, you saw like multiple rockets flying away from you. So there must have been like at least 300, like at least over 100 rockets that would have been there. So we are not alone. I'm not alone. We just a part of the loop. Must allude to like either multiple dimensions, or he had some people like who were trying to save him or something like that. Like he had some people with it. So yeah, it's basically multiple dimensions or stuff like that. Like I think at least. But yeah. And then the next message, Hello said, or the voice said, was the numbers like 69, 146, 15, and 36, which not just but says that if you what is it called? If you put the numbers with the words, it will make sense, and it will say the nothing is now inevitable, or like he said, the 0 point is now inevitable, which it's like what do you really think when you hear zero? Nothing, right? So yeah, like I said, the nothing point is now inevitable, and like if you think about the nothing point, what is nothing basically, right? Like you don't think of any color when you think of nothing, so it's just black. So the void is now inevitable basically. The nothing point is now inevitable. Like and inevitable means like it's going to happen. It's now, it can't be stopped. So the 0 point, as Fortnite says, this 0 point is making, I guess, a new universe, and we're going to a new universe. So I think Fortnite Chapter 2 is gonna take place in a whole new universe, basically. And I don't know how it's gonna be. Like there might be a lot of changes coming to Fortnite, because usually when she's in downtime, it take like at least like a few hours, or like a day. But their downtime is gonna be all the way till Tuesday. So basically, like at Tuesday, they're gonna let everybody play Fortnite. But usually they have it like the day after, and like a lot of people are saying it's gonna be today, but nah. Depending on when you're watching this video, I mean like Sunday. It's still gonna be Sunday, but today, but it's not. It's gonna be on Tuesday, cause so that's saying like it's gonna be 3 times as better, or maybe like 3 times as worse, depending on what they do. Cause what I want in Fortnite, I want character customization. I want to be able to customize characters. I think that would be really, really fire. Like imagine having like all your characters, right? Like having all the characters you have, and then you could just customize them. Like you could make your own character out of all the characters you have. Like you could like put somebody else's, like you could make your own back bling, make your own character. Like you could put like the doggo's hoodie on with the visitors, like with the visitor's head and the John Wick's suit, like do that or something like that. But like just make some crazy inventions. Second thing I want for Fortnite is I want them to put some new mechanics in. The reason that being because like I'm not saying I'm a bad player, or I'm not saying anybody who thinks this is a bad player, but there's a lot of sweats, and a lot of people are leaving Fortnite because it's the same old thing where it's like good, it's just Fortnite. I'm probably always gonna play Fortnite because You know, it's just fun now and then. But Apex is getting a lot of like is getting a lot better because people can actually like there's new mechanics than Fortnite, and people are coming on their first slate. So there's not a lot of sweats in Apex, and you could get better at Apex without having to go. You could get better in Apex without having to go through a lot of sweats or having to like go fight somebody who's most likely better than you. Because for beginner players, that's a whole vibe. Like I get they playing ranked matches, but if a good player hasn't played ranked matches and goes into ranked matches, gets the W, and then the beginner player gets sweated on, and then they don't want to play this anymore. When they see Apex, they go in Apex, think the same thing, and then they play it and they think, oh, this is easier, because there's not a lot of good players out there who actually play Apex like a lot. Like they're all gonna go over to Apex. Thirdly, we need a new map. I really think we need a new map because, like, you know, like for the map we have right now, it's not bad, but hear me out. It's the same thing. I get that they change it every single week, like with the red zones and stuff like that, but it's not like this. Like I want to say it's like still the same gist. Like you know where everything is. It's not like they put like all new, like they could put all new locations, but it's not like you don't know where they are. It's like it's like you know where everything is. Like if they tell you to go to like any region at Tilted Towers, Tilted, Neo Tilted, Gotham City, or Wild Wild West, you're gonna know where that is. Like you're gonna know, oh, like without even really having to look at the map first, you're gonna know where that is. But some other people, or if you want to go to Broken House, most people know where Broken House is. It's right across the way from Tilted, like right next to like the middle mountain, like the mountain in the middle of the map. So most people know where that is. So basically, yeah, they need to change the map up because I'm bringing it back to beginner players. The beginner players have to find out. It's a whole new experience, so maybe that's gonna be a wow factor. But if people don't know the map and so what to do, they're not gonna know where the good loot places are. They're gonna probably land somewhere with bad loot drops, like what doesn't have that good of a loot drop. I don't even know, to be honest. Like they might land like somewhere near your racetrack, because the racetrack is cool, but it doesn't have like the best loot. So they might get like mad or something like that. Like somebody might go to somebody might go to Tilted, and somebody might go to Paradise more realistically, and come and try to tag them and kill them. Or somebody might go to Superhero Mansion, and get guns there, because it has a little bit of good guns, and then like come and kill them if they're noobs, and they're gonna be able to do it easily since they're beginners when people don't know the map. So we need to at least put it off at a clean slate. Yeah, also that being a fact where it's like there is a certain type of thing to it. Like I forgot what it was, but it's like if they put a new map in, everybody's gonna start off on a clean slate. Like there's not gonna be that many people who know where all the good loots are. Like people who have been playing for a long time know that there's a legendary chest at block. Like people know that, but a new player might not know that, or a new player might go somewhere, like might go to one of the risk zones. Like let's say for instance, Retail Row. If they went to Retail Row, and then they try to get some guns, like, I'm feeling good about a game, let me go to Retail Row. They see the zombie thing pop up on the screen. They don't know what that is. They think it's just like, okay, I might get kills here because it looks like the kills. So I might get kills here. So they go into a house, they get a gun, they hear somebody trying to break into their house. Like they hear a lot of people trying to break into their house. They get really scared. They go downstairs. They try to hide in the building. They wait for a person to come in. People are breaking in their building from both sides. But but it's not a person. It's a zombie. How frightening would that be to have your first time in the map be like find some zombies and then just get killed by them? Like, how frightening would that be? Just to not know, just to think that they're everywhere in the map. And you might think that they're everywhere in the map, just like you said. Like, you might go to, let's say, Dusty Depot, or you might go to like another red zone and think that, and another red zone might show like the same thing but in a different style, or like with a different shape or thing, and you might still think it's like there's zombies there. But like, it's not really like Fortnite now isn't really good for beginners because they're not really getting the whole experience that personally I've been playing since like in the middle of season 2. So I'm not gonna say I'm not like a veteran. I'm not like a what is it called? I haven't been playing this game for as long as other people have, but I have been playing this game for a pretty long time. I've been playing it since season 2, so like about 9 seasons by now. If this is season 12, then I've been playing for 10 seasons. But for this specifically, they need to put in a new map and like new locations. It can't be like it could be some same locations, but it can't be like a lot of new locations. Because if they just do a whole reset and make it so like it's the same locations as it was in season 1, like it's gonna be like, and then they repeat the whole location a bit all over again, or they take another path and like just include. If they take another path, it could be like it could be alright. But if they don't and they just put the same locations, like for the first season, that might be alright because it's nostalgic, but for the seasons to come, it's not gonna be like that entertaining to have the same old locations and not have any really flavor to it. But if they put in the same locations at the first season, it could be like a nostalgic factor, and it could be good for them. Like, it could bring back some old players who want to have some nostalgia, something like that, and like bring back the old map, season 1 map, and then change it up all over again and like season 2, or like just include 2 different maps. Like, you could include like, they could do something like alternate dimensions type thing where you could like choose, and it could make sense because they could make multiple different maps. Like, they could keep the map we had before, they could keep the map we had like in every season, or they could like keep the map we had in 2 seasons, like the new season and this season. Like the old map, like to be season 1 map, this map, and then the chapter 2 map. Or if this the chapter 2 maps first gonna be the season 1 map, we could just keep those, and then we could have 2 maps that we could put in. It could be like an Apex kind of thing where like you have 2 maps that you could pick from, or it could be like with any battle royale game really, you could have 2 maps that you could pick from, which would be really good. It would give like a new mechanic to the game, and it would be really cool. It would be really cool. And getting into mechanics, that brings me to my fourth. That brings me to my fourth one. Or did I already say new mechanics? Well, no, I don't think I said new mechanics. So I'm gonna say new mechanics. So I think that's my third. No, that's I'm gonna put that as my fourth. So new mechanics. They need to put in like they need to change the building up. Like, they just need to change the building up. If you like, and it makes sense too, right? If you have a person who's been playing for a long time, right? Like, and I think it automatically starts you on Combat Pro, right? So if you're playing against a player who's been playing a long time, who's already playing, has turbo build on, has all their settings turned to max, who's fire at building, who can hit them space right edits, and who could do all that, You think it's gonna be fun for a beginner player? And I'm only going to a beginner player, even like an average player. You think it's gonna be fun? And somebody's, if you go into a fight and then somebody automatically hits you with all those like face away 90s and myth ninja type things, like is it gonna be fun? No. I'm not, no disrespect to them, because they're fire streamers. Like I love their content, and it's like they really make some of the best plays, and some of the plays that they make, I've been in situations like that, and I didn't think of those things when I had the chance to, and I've had those exact same weapons, and I didn't think of the plays that they do. But yeah, it just doesn't like really make sense how like it makes sense, but they need to make it so there's new mechanics, so like you could like there's new building mechanics, so everybody starts, like I said, everybody starts off on a clean slate. So like if a new player comes in at chapter 2, people aren't just gonna be like automatically getting back into like stop playing for 3 days, then getting back into the getting back into Fortnite. It's not gonna be fun, it's not gonna be creative, it's not gonna be like good. It's gonna be like a little bit boring and frustrating for people to come in, and there still be these people who are so much better than them, and even if they train a lot, they have to put so many hours into the game just to actually get kills on them and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing for people to be good at the game, but they need to change up now since it's a new season. I think they need to like change it up so people can have a different like vibe, or like it feels different. Like at least make it something like either not, I don't even care if it's different controls. At least make it so like there's different, like there's new things, either take away something or put something in. So like you have a building, right? Well, if your builds have been up too long, they like break or something like that. Like I'm not saying like builds have been up too long. I'm just saying like not like that. Like that's a bad idea. Builds have been up too long, they break. Oh, I have to say that. But like put some mechanic in so it like balances it out for the new players and the old players. For season, for number 5, I think you should they should put abilities or perks in, like, cause you see there's like a big battle pass, like lots of people buy the battle pass and get skins and stuff like that, and get weapons skins and stuff like that, but there's not a lot of difference between players. Like, of course there's skins and stuff like that, of course there's customization, like I don't mean like customization, I mean customization skins. Like there's you you can make your own weapon skins, that's what I mean too, but like make your own, that's what I mean at the first thing I said, customization. But I don't mean for unlockable abilities and perks. Like they need to make it so for you could run 5% faster, or you can nothing that could like diverge aim or like make aim better, because that's your own thing. But and nothing that like aimbot is alright for new players, because they could use it so that like they don't have to die automatically, but make it then so they could actually hit some shots. Because if you're going off the rip with no insensitivity, eventually you're gonna get very, very, very good if you even go back to aimbot. But like for newer players, you probably would need aimbot to actually get some kills. But for perks, so it'd be like for you could yeah, like I said, you could run 5% faster, or you can have like 5%, you could like have like another percent max, or you could take another percent damage, or your guns do more damage than that. Like you could make it so like there's actually some difference in how you play. Like you could put one or 1 to 3, like 4 and 5 is too much, but like even 3 is a little bit of stretch. But like 1, 2, guess 3, I don't know. But like perks or abilities, they could make it so like it'd be like really like differentiating your playstyle. Like you could depend on one playstyle. Like you could make like so your feet are more silent or something like that. Like so, if you want to be like a sniper, you could be like more silent and stuff like that. Or if you want to be like a shotgunner, you could be like more damage. Or if you want to be like an AR master, you could like have like scoop in more. But yeah, that's number 4 for unlockable person abilities, and it doesn't even have to be in the battle pass. It doesn't even have to be in the battle pass. Like you could just buy it with V-Bucks or something like that. Like, of course, I'm not saying like all people who don't buy them don't have to have like can't have perks and stuff like that, because that would just be wrong. But you give like a like you have 2 battle passes, right? So you could put like perks in the free battle pass. So if the people who play this game really and don't have enough money to get the battle pass, really grind it out and really try to get those abilities and stuff like that, they could actually like really don't have enough money for the battle pass, but want to get those perks and stuff like that, and like see people, oh, they're so much better than me because they have perks on. Like everybody can get the same perks and just customize their character set, and then make it so that character has those perks, so everybody's equal basically. Beginner players are pro players. Like if the pro players who have enough money and who are getting money from streaming and stuff like that, I'm not saying that's bad, again, not saying that's bad, but if they're getting money from streaming and somebody in like a poor neighborhood who plays Fortnite won't have enough money, like who's gonna be able to buy the battle pass? The person in the poor neighborhood is a famous streamer who has lots of money. The person with lots of money. So I think like they should put in like the normal battle pass, like not the gold type, but like the gray one. And then if the person who wants the perks and the gray battle pass has to grind it out for their life, like has to grind it up like a lot. But like everybody can get the same perks at the same levels. And for my 6th one, I'm gonna search out to 6 because I don't remember if I put that in. Make the save the world free. Cause like no offense to Fortnite or Epic Games, but they said they were gonna make save the world free in 2018. I know they want to stretch it out a little bit, like stretch it out a little bit, a fair bunch, so that everybody so they can make as much money as they can. Because I'm not saying it's a bad thing to make money. Like you have to make money in the world. Like it's not a bad thing to make money. But it's not a bad thing to try to do, like stretch a game out or stretch something out to make money. Because like people need money. Like you have to money to actually work. It's not a lot of things are gonna be free for you in life, because like you have to be compensated somehow for your game. But still, they need to like make that free, because I might not be able to buy that. Like I could buy it, but it's like for some people, like they might not be able to buy it, and it's like if you're sitting here and now a lot of people are waving from Save the World. I haven't really heard anybody have or play Save the World in like a few months, like some months, but yeah, that's all I'm really finna say. That's the end of my, I don't know if this is a rant or something like that. I don't really think so, but this is just to clear stuff up on the season, like what the void is about, the downtime, like those. It's just to sum up everything they should do in season. They just do in the season, and I think it's really important to, I think it's really important. So I might keep it like this, or I might put some gameplay in. I don't know, but yeah, have a good time, and hope you have a good time. Don't try to watch season 2 all the time, and don't try to watch this, because it might give you some nightmares or something like that. But I'm trying to watch this because it might give me some light grades, but nonetheless, have a good time. And I can't even do the Konami code anymore. Oh, one second. So, and then just make Fortnite fun again. Our challenge. Go on your social and put hashtag make Fortnite fun again, please.